right, everyone. I think with that, we're good to get rolling on the backstories. So,
Yay.
sit back, relax, get your tissue boxes out, perhaps. I don't know. We're gonna fucking find out.
Stress I have hearing you say those words.
As I begin, so our setting is in the kingdom of Encore, and all of our heroes are in the town of Bridel, a little small rural village, kind of a melting pot of misfits and kind of a safe harbor, safe haven for folks that have been otherwise kind of disenfranchised and put off by other places. And so, for a little bit of backstory, I'm going to run through kind of how everyone ended up in Bridel. This will be news to everyone else in the party as well. So, chat, let's all find out together. So, let us begin. Whew. Get my nerves out. This is... All right, got my DM hat on, guys. We're good to go.
Remember to breathe.
Remember to breathe. All right, friends.
Very important.
Let's get started. The strings of fate oft loose an arrow from Cupid's quiver as their servant. So found the warrior Drokos, as he fell in love with the priestess Ravina. Their clans had been at war for centuries, spilling the cold blood of thousands of lizardkin. But there, taken captive as the Terracroctan tribe, raised the temple of Semuanya, Ravina stood stoic. Drokos, her captor, found himself unable to look away. He had been taught for so long to hate the Gleamfangs, to despise their pale scales. But she said she pitied him. Pity him? Where was the hatred? Over time, their bond grew, and an unholy union was formed between these clans. Ravina was set to be executed, but Drokos stood in the way. His kin sneered at him. They leered at him. He shouted to them to listen, to see her for what she was, a lizardkin, just like them, scales to their scales. Shouts of traitor rang out, and Drokos fled with his savior Ravina, for she had saved him, really. Away from the war, from the hatred, they started a new life with two hatchlings of their own. They prayed just to be happy. Such is one story you see in the torrent of fate there in front of you, my friends. And as it twists and turns, you see something else begin to form. It beckons your attention. It demands it, really. Slowly, the vortex seems to solidify, and in it you see a house. Well built and surely belonging to someone of wealth, someone well-to-do. The upstairs window draws your attention, and as you focus on it, suddenly, you're inside a bedroom. A woman lies there on the bed, her husband holding her hand. Their small son plays idly nearby, uncaring of the miracle that is life that is happening in the same room. The doctor delivers there not one, but two babies, twin girls. He beholds them kindly, but his demeanor shifts. His eyes widen. The father furrows his brow. Well, what is it? The doctor looks at him and says in a low whisper, "My God, what have you done?" The exhausted mother tries to sit up in bed. The father's gaze lacks understanding. Slowly, the doctor reaches into his bag. His eyes have never left the crying babies. The boy is playing on the floor, curiously looking at these new creatures making noise. "My babies!" The mother's scream tears through the den. The father stands clutching the doctor's hand in a vice-like grip. The scalpel he holds trembling with effort. There on the towel lay twin sisters. One, pale as a sheet, and hair translucent white. stares up at the scalpel through pupilless eyes. The other is pale too, but her hair, midnight. Her temples show budding horns, and a small tail curls around her leg. Her eyes, solid black, like a doll's eyes. Eyes that have seen far beyond this world. A strange mark adorns one hand. The sun has looked up from his toys. It is the last normal night of his life. In the morning, the house stands empty. A mob arrives too late and sings hymns as they burn the house to the ground. So fades the image. Or was it a memory? The vortex swirls some more, and you hear birds singing softly with water running nearby, perhaps a stream. Wind blows faintly through the trees. The image gains focus on a man. No, an elf. Sitting beside a tree in the shade. Bow in hand, he appears to be resting during a hunt. But slowly, you see it. The crimson flower spreading across his chest. A knife drains his life away, lapping up the last drops. His eyes grow hollow, his lips trembling as he mouths his final word. And so fades his light, the birds continuing to sing and the leaves falling around him. Quiet sobs draw your attention. A young half-elf boy covers his eyes nearby. He cries, but no one hears him. No one will ever hear him cry again. Nearby, something stirs. A presence he doesn't yet know, but will soon. A third time. This time, the pool flashes with light. As your eyes adjust, you see a rundown shack on the outskirts of town. A tired, dirty being carries food home for his family. He doesn't see the man approaching, doesn't see the knife in his hand. Hey, elf! He turns slowly. Please, I just want to feed my family. Maybe you should have thought of that before you became a human fucker. Leave him alone. A strong feminine voice rings out. So stands his wife on the porch of their shack, crossbow raised. Two half-elf children cower behind her, a boy and a girl. The man with the knife eyes the elf, and slowly backs away. The elf walks up to his wife and kids, eyes wet with tears. We're leaving, Moira. There has to be more to life than this. We'll find somewhere it can just be us. She hugs him tightly, his kids grabbing his legs. There has to be more to life than this. This time the pool goes dark, seeming to dive into the earth itself. A boy stands there, with gray skin and long, white hair. He looks up at his father behind sad eyes, the color of a sky he's never seen. But why, Father? He asks. Why must I go? His father stands silent, the expression unreadable. Why? He says slowly. Why couldn't you just be like everyone else? Why'd you have to question everything? Why? He suddenly yells. Tell me. In the echoing silence, his eyes seem to smolder. It's as I thought, he says aloud, talking to seemingly someone else. He's not fit to be my son. With that, he turns and walks off. The door slams and bolts behind him. The boy finds himself standing there, alone in the darkness. A darkness he will come to make his home, as nothing else will ever be ever again. With another swirl, the vortex grows smoky. Embers dance into the night, carried aloft by hot air rising from fires. Fires scattered across the landscape, burning, devouring. The village lies in ruins. Dead lay in the streets. It's a slaughter. Men with spears and torches loiter, their gray coats speckled with blood and ash. One man steps forward, a head taller than the rest. He bears a fresh scar across his right eye. He surveys the scene and says to his men, "Put a spear through each of the bodies. I don't want any of these goblin freaks making it out to reproduce. Fuck like rabbits." The vision pulls back, just to the edge of town. A bush shakes gently as a tiny goblin child crawls out of the river and onto the bank. A few walking nearby stop and pause and see him, their gaze kind, not hostile. This is a night he will not remember, but it is one he will never forget. With that, we pull back from the vortex of fate and rejoin you all here.
That was awesome, man.
That was very good.
That was good.
God damn!
Oh yeah.
Sorry, did I ruin the
It
moment?
was-
Anyway.
Yeah, let's be honest, guys. It was all right. Do better next time.
Sorry. Whoops.
So today's side story takes place years even before Aldrich joins our adventurous misfits, if you will. Our fated group. Our Pawns of Fate, I believe I've called them in the past. Anyway, this is back in Aldrich's origin story. And to set the scene, young Aldrich has just been banished and excommunicated from his home in the Underdark. And so he's been wandering the caves alone and unguided. And through his wanderings, has come across some ancient stone doors that are broken in and lying on the ground. And this is where we join our good friend, Aldrich. All right. So Aldrich, you come down a innately carved corridor, and you find these big stone doors broken and lying on the floor. It's dark, but your drow self has dark vision, and so you can see in tones of black and white in this room.
What is this? Broken doors. What happened here? I'm free to explore.
Yes. And as you enter the room, you see this appears to be somewhat of a crypt. There's a large stone sarcophagus in the center. And as you walk up, there's a subtle rumbling, and the lid on the sarcophagus slides off. Ever so slowly.
Brave Lord Nito?
And a chill descends on the room. And as it does, it, oddly to your eyes, and this takes you a moment to adjust to, begins to glow a bit. And this
Strange sensation I'm feeling.
ethereal light seems to be coming from the open sarcophagus. And it does not It's certainly not normal, and you don't understand what's happening, but you don't feel great unease necessarily. Something in you feels like this was supposed to happen. And as you stand there, not an audible voice, but one that seems to echo in your ears, almost in your own skull, calls out to you.
This is not your grave, but you are welcome in it. Do not be afraid. I am peace. I am salvation. I'm a timeless chorus. Join your voice with mine and sing victory everlasting.
I love you so much. Of course I know what a reference that is. What? Who's there?
Without any further answer, you feel a compulsion to enter this sarcophagus. And as you do, you climb over into it, and you can't see the bottom, and as you hop into it, you enter a free fall into darkness. And again, the voice fills your mind.
Now the gate has been unlatched, headstones pushed aside, corpses shift and offer room, a fate you must abide.
As you continue to fall into darkness, your feet suddenly find purchase. And you find yourself on somewhat of a bridge of sorts over an abyss.
Where am I? Some kind of void? Is anyone there? Where have I ended up? What is this place?
As you step on the middle of this bridge, the 4 flame stands on the bridge alight with a black flame that oddly does not give off light, but seems almost to be dimmer for having been lit. And there before you, suddenly, as he was not there a moment before, stands a being.
Who are you?
I see you have many questions, which is good, for I have answers. Your time has come. No need to be frightened. A reason to fight. Many have gone before you, and now it's time to take the voyage.
What voyage is that?
The one of knowledge, of all that which you seek.
How do I begin this voyage?
With but a word. It is already begun. For I am the last of those your kind rose up against and ruthlessly destroyed. I am the last precursor, and your answers are at hand. The truth of space and time moves through the universe like a wave. Truth speaks through space and matter and makes itself known to human beings. I was waiting for you, and you came. This was destined to happen. In truth, all is predetermined. There is only one truth. That which is done will be done again. For we cannot cease from creating, but the end of all our creation will be to look into a reflection and see ourselves for the first time. The pain we have brought on ourselves, the pain you caused us, for we are the same. All remember the defiance and destruction. How many are there in you? Whose hopes and dreams do you encompass? Could you but see the eyes in your own, the minds in your mind, you would see how much we share. And as he says these words, a strange light begins to glow behind him, and a portal opens. It says, your journey has begun. It need only begin. The only way to begin is by beginning. And every journey starts but with a single step.
Well, you've certainly caught my attention. I don't know where this will go, lead. But for some reason, I want to trust you. I wish to begin. You wish me to step inside the portal?
You need only wish it yourself.
Then I wish to begin.
So step through. Find your fate before you. As you step through, you hear words echo in your mind. There's no earthly way of knowing which direction we are going. Not a speck of light is showing, so the danger must be growing. And as you step through the portal, you find yourself on what seems to be a floating rock in the ether.
It's so beautiful here.
And on a raised pedestal before you stands some humanoid creature in robes, blindfold.
Who are you?
I'm the spirit of your ancient lineage. I am here to help you complete your trial.
What trial was that?
The most important one of all. One we all took. The only way to gain true insight and knowledge. For you must surrender everything. You must give up yourself. Become more than yourself. Approach me and begin.
And let us begin.
And he looks at you, or it, or whatever this being is, and says, the first step is to remove your steps. For I must break your legs. You will lose the use of them. Do you accept this? A man chooses, a slave obeys.
What if I were to say no, because I sure need my legs to walk?
Then here you will remain forever, lost to the void.
And would that be such a bad thing?
And it kind of makes it ponder for a moment. It says, there is no good or bad here. There is merely knowledge, or the lack thereof. If you do not wish to continue, you will merely be consumed and recycled as part of the cycle once more. For you see, you've already taken this journey before, and you must take it again.
Well, I certainly don't want to be lost to infinity. So be it then. If you must break my legs, break my legs.
And it walks over to you, and suddenly holding a mace, swings, and one after the other breaks both of your legs. And you feel all of it. As you collapse to the ground, and it looks down at you and says, the first step has been taken. And your eyes go dark for a second. As suddenly you find yourself on another floating island. And yet another hooded, robed, blindfolded entity stands before you.
Yes.
And it says, you cannot walk as your legs are broken. You must pull yourself to me to continue your journey.
Are you the same being or another?
I am not, and I am.
Well, assuming you want me to do something else, what is it?
He says, next, I will tear off your arms and feed them to the carrion birds. The taking of your arms, do you accept this? A man chooses, a slave obeys.
And why do you need my arms? I will not be able to crawl without them. I will not be able to eat or drink.
For why shall you thirst once you have gained the knowledge? Or why would you hunger once you have gained the knowledge? You must surrender all to become all.
So be it. If you must take my arms, then take them.
And he kneels down, puts one hand on your shoulder, grabs your arm with his other hand, and with inhuman strength, rips off one, then the other, and tosses them off into the void. And you feel all of it. And again, your eyes seem to grow dark. You come back to another island. And you lie there on your back with no arms and no legs, with a tree above you. But as you look, something moves out of the tree. It is just an amalgam of appendages, and it wraps you in cold, vine-like tentacles and slowly moves you along the next dais and places you atop it in front of the next hooded, blindfolded being. And it says, without legs and arms, you can only lie there. Now, I will cut off your ears, so you will no longer hear lies. Do you accept this? For a man chooses, a slave obeys.
I don't have any arms or legs anymore. I tire of hearing lies. So be it. Remove my ears.
And it reaches down to you on the ground, and with a hand to each ear, pulls them off of your head and tosses them into the void, and you feel all of it. Again, your vision wavers as you open your eyes on another rock in the void. This one walks over to you and looks into your eyes, and without speaking a word, in its eyes you can see what it intends. And it says, do you care if I take your eyes to live in eternal darkness and no more see the lies of this world, be bathed in truth? I shall steal your sight. Do you accept this? A man chooses, a slave obeys.
I wish to stop seeing lies. I wish to stop seeing corruption. I'm already without my arms, my legs, and my ears. Go ahead then. Take my sight.
He reaches down to you on the ground. With his hands, plunges his fingers into your eye sockets and pulls out your eyeballs. And you are plunged into darkness once more. You feel as if you are being moved, though you have no sight to know it. And finally, in your mind, again you hear words, though a different voice than previously. And it says, now I can only communicate directly with your mind. Your mind is all you have left. But in the end, I will take your mind.
Though you probably don't want to allow that, do you? But you can't answer, can you, or even move? Are you sad? Are you lonely? Are you in pain? Do you yet feel? If you lose your mind, you will lose any sadness, any loneliness, any pain. You will lose it all. Become one. Do you accept this? A man chooses. A slave obeys.
I certainly tire of sadness and loneliness and pain. I wish to know. So yes, take my mind.
I will take your mind and know that I will possess it. You must give up everything to obtain knowledge. Tell me what you cherish the most. Give me the pleasure of taking it away. A man chooses. A slave obeys.
I cherish curiosity, knowing and knowledge, and exploring.
And that is why you are here. Exchange flesh for freedom, possessions for insight. Unto the chosen shall be given reunion with both living and the dead. Settle for nothing less than the finer wisdom of the stars, and divine love of convergence. Pain is devotion. Shed fear and regrets as you discard the clothes of your childhood, for you are no longer a child. And through your darkness, you feel a cold rush as you suddenly find yourself standing with all of your limbs, with your ears, with your eyes, on the edge of an abyss. And again, a voice comes to you. You feel as if the one that was just talking to you is somehow holding his hand to your forehead and speaking directly into your mind, as if you're still laying right there where you just were, yet still it feels so real where you're standing now. And his voice comes through. Never is it to be thought that man is either the oldest or the last of Earth's masters, that the common bulk of life and substance walks alone. The old ones were, the old ones are, the old ones shall be. Not in the spaces we know, but between them. They walk the serene and primal, undimensioned and to us unseen. He knows the gate. He is the gate. He is the key and guardian of the gate. Past, present, future are all one in him. He knows where the old ones broke through of old, and where they shall break through once again. He knows where they had trod earth's fields, and where they still tread them, and why no one can behold them as they tread. By their smell can men sometimes know them near, but of their semblance can no man know, staying only in the features of those they have begotten on mankind. And of those are there many sorts, differing in likeness from man's truest eidolon, to that shape without sight or substance which is them. They walk unseen and foul in lonely places, where the words have been spoken and the rites howl throughout their seasons. The wind gibbers with their voices, and the earth mutters with their consciousness. They bend the forest and crush the city. It may not forest or city behold the hand that smites. Him in the cold waste hath known them, and what man knows him? The ice desert of the south and the sunken isles of ocean hold stones whereon their seals engraved. But who has seen the deep frozen city with a sealed tower long garlanded with seaweed and barnacles? As a foulness shall ye know them. Their hand is at your throats, yet ye see them not. And their habitation is even one with your guarded threshold. He is the key to the gate, whereby the spheres meet. Man rules now, where they ruled once. They shall soon rule where man rules now. After summer is winter, after winter summer. They wait patient and potent. Here shall they reign again. Even now, the invaders hide beyond space and time and build their evil stronghold. A place out of time is beyond the dark, is even farther beyond the underdark. Deep darkness is shrouded, it is without light. The world fears the inevitable plummet into the abyss. Watch for that moment, and when it comes, do not hesitate to leap. It's only when you fall that you learn whether you can fly. The twilight of the universe shines through him. Take the first step to your rebirth. And as he says rebirth,
to jump in.
As he says rebirth, the hand closes. And you are again plunged into darkness. But this time, darkness is a comfort. And you float there through the darkness. No longer cold. No longer empty, for you are one with it. You are part of the twilight. You feel purpose like you never have before. You feel knowledge. You feel one. In the back of your mind, there is a fear. For you are no longer alone, but you are no longer alone. And though you have tread this path before, you know not where it leads. And slowly, you feel as though you settle on your back on some soft ground. And as slowly your sight returns to you, you find yourself laying on the grass. In a place you do not know. For the first time on the surface.
How did I end up here?
And everything is just so blurry now. It just seems so you know you now have purpose. but you must find it. For your eyes have been opened, and now you must see. And now you are seen. For he is coming, and you must prepare.
Who is he?
In your
What is
mind, you know him, but you do not know him. He is, but he is not.
How do I begin this journey?
There is silence all around you. And as you look up into the sky, for the first time in your life, not having rock above your head, and feeling a cool breeze on your skin, you look up into the stars. You feel as if they hold answers. All that you've been searching for is finally within reach.
I suppose I've found twilight. I suppose now I have found a purpose for which I can live and seek out. Finally.
And so fades this tale. All right, so we go into a flashback, right? And we've got Glorbo, our friendly little goblin.
Yeah.
So you're on the road with your adopted parents, those that found you after that fateful night.
Yeah.
And you're traveling, you're on a cart, they've got you, their little tiny little Glorbo, and a man walks up to the cart, kind of out of the woods. It's like, hey, you there, folks.
Oh, God.
And your parents kind of, pull the horse and say, greetings, what you looking for, stranger? The guy says, oh, you couple of merchants, you got some any wares? He seems a little shifty. Roll me a d20, Glorbo.
Right. Yeah.
A 5. You're kind of in your own world. You're looking at a butterfly. You're really not paying attention to this guy very much.
Glorbo, love butterfly.
Fucking embarrassing!
Ridiculous.
Glorbo.
Sorry.
And your
Well,
parents
that's
are
not
like,
pretty,
no, sorry, friend. We're just heading back to to our village and all. Don't really have anything for you. You got some water if you need any, but nothing really else for you. And the guy looks up at it and says, I'm sure you've got something I could use. And he slowly reaches down towards a sword on his belt. Oh, another d20, Glorbo.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
So you've now noticed your parents kind of stiffen
You notice something is off. What do you do?
Gorbo will tug at his father's little sleeve. What wrong?
Son, stay in the wagon. Get behind me.
All right, Gorbo will shuffle behind him.
Friend, we mean you no trouble. We're not looking for trouble. Well, I guess trouble's looking for you then. What you got in that wagon? Really, just provisions for our family. Yeah? Maybe you can feed my family then. Friend, you really don't want to do this. How do you know what I want to do? Suddenly, your mother pulls the loaded crossbow from next to her and fires into the chest of the man. He hits and falls back into the bushes. Ha! Horses move on, wagon bumping. Your dad turns to you. It's okay, son. We'll always look out for you.
Gorbo will hold on to him. Gorbo, get strong. Gorbo, protect.
Oh, I'm sure, bud. It's okay. We got you. People in this world aren't always good. And you need to look out for them.
Gorbo will nod.
One of these days, it may be you or them. I hope to God it's you.
Gorbo makes sure. Strong.
Good. All right. With that, we kind of pull back in. In the woods surrounding Rydell, you find yourselves off exploring, causing mischief as you do. Getting into who knows what. And you see this cave that you haven't noticed before. As you enter the cave, both of you, give me a roll me a d20. And a 2. So you're kind of giddy and childish
like that
and
sometimes.
just having fun exploring.
We're gonna die.
We gon' die.
It doesn't really cross your mind that cave in the woods, things live in caves. So as you're in here and you're, like I said, exploring and having a good time, you hear something coming in the entrance of the cave behind you. And you turn, and there stands a wolf. What do you do?
Well, is the wolf aggressive?
He looks at you. He starts baring his fangs, his teeth.
Oh, I think the fuck not.
I think I would kind of immediately look for Die. Make sure we're, together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think I would just kind of like try to assess the situation.
So you both
You said he was baring his teeth?
Yeah, so you both kind of realize this somewhat at the same time and grab each other's hands in the kind of this semi-darkness, which you have dark vision, so you can see. Just colors of gray.
Mm-hmm.
And this wolf is looking at you and kind of baring teeth and starting to low growl.
Okay.
I take like a defensive stance.
And of course,
I
being good
freeze.
farm children, you both have a knife on you.
Yeah. Defensive stance. Preparing.
I don't think I would draw my knife. I would just stand there, like close to die, and just like try not to provoke it anymore by drawing a weapon.
Oh no. I have drawn my knife.
Were you saying anything, or are you trying to...
I actually, you know what? I bare my teeth back at the wolf and growl a little bit.
And I immediately would be like, no. Let's try to stay calm and just kind of work our way out. Don't provoke it anymore. You know, it's right in front of us. Just let's try to ease our way out. Keep it in our eye line. But don't want to provoke it.
Oh, I'm past calm.
As you start to kind of ease to the side, it's tracing you with its eyes, and it moves its head to kind of follow your movements. You're not sure you can get by this thing. What do you want to do?
I think I would still try to stand my ground. You know, try trying to keep it as calm as possible, but I'm also starting to panic a little bit.
I stand in front of Liv and try to like back away slowly.
Is it approaching at all, or is it just watching us?
It's between you and the entrance. It is blocking you in.
Oh, okay.
It came in behind you.
I push Liv behind me and like pull out my knife, getting ready. Because we will come out of this cave. I have no doubt.
The wolf takes a step forward.
I take a step forward.
The wolf
I'm just like
growls.
holding on to the back of her shirt.
I also growl. You can try me, you wolf? I think not.
Standoff. It eases towards you a little closer.
What distance are we looking at now?
It's maybe 10 feet away from you.
I think so. It's like directly between us and the entrance, right?
Yes.
So I think I would try to start like getting close to the edge of the cave and trying to like go around it a little bit, see what it does.
Yeah. and
Dragging her along with me.
Yeah, I make sure that trying to go around the edge of the wolf, I'll make sure that Liv stays behind me.
Hello there.
Let's see. Both of you roll me a d20.
No. And so it begins.
That one.
And so it be.
Well,
All right, let's keep a tally. 1.
You're wolf
Okay.
food.
So, as you go to ease around, the wolf jumps at Liv, who is leading the way. You have a split second to react, and Diana is not fast enough to protect you.
Oh. I think at that point I would grab my knife and just try to grab my knife and like pull it up as quickly as possible, like in front of me.
So you pull your knife, but you didn't have it out, so it's not quite fast enough. You kind of go down together, and you're both on the ground. It's got your arm in its mouth. Your blade is kind of coming up to catch it in the ribs. Liv, what are you, Die, what are you doing?
immediately jumping on the wolf. I have to protect Liv.
So you jump on.
And, like, knife on its way down.
Okay.
On the wolf.
Both of your knives plunge into this wolf. You hear, and it kind of roll it off of you.
and it bleeds out. You have a bite on your arm, and you begin to kind of pat yourself up. In the cave, for a little further back, you hear a few little yips. And you realize this was a mother wolf. This was her den.
Well, shouldn't have attacked my sister. Sorry.
Do you say anything, Liv?
I think I don't say anything. I just kind of stand there and, you know, look between the dead wolf and to the back of the cave where the little yips are coming from. And I just kind of shut down a little bit, like no emotion, just kind of stand there.
All right. And with that, the flashback pulls back, and we're back here in Brydell. So today, for session 0, we're playing as, this is somewhat of a flashback sequence. So everybody has their child version of their characters. They're all using commoner stats, FYI, so I'm going to be gentle today. Just for chat's purposes as well. In kind of the center of town, you see there's a wagon. Along with 2 gentlemen there, you have Volstadt, which is the older brother of Solvruk. We have Lucan, who is the older brother of the twins.
Rook for short.
So today is a big day in the town of Brydell. Somewhat, if you will, kind of attribute almost like an Amish type tradition in our world. But as the children come of age, this is a kind of a small rural village, and as they come of age, they're given the opportunity to go off with the trade caravan to the neighboring town of Harum and kind of have a day on the town and see the world a little bit and see if, hey, do I want to go out and see the world, or do I want to stay home and be a guardian? So Lucan and Velstadt are 2 of the town guardians. They have been protecting the town, and they're 2 of the kind of the elders of the town as far as like the older kids. They're probably more like young adults at this point. So they are going to be accompanying the caravan today as part of their job. They're going to guard the caravan on the way to the trade port. So a little bit of backstory that you guys would all know since you live here. You were in the city-state of Amberhall. The capital is the city of Amberhall. The city-state encompasses all the surrounding villages. So Brydell, which is where you live. Harum, which is a shipping hub where they ship stuff from all the nearby villages up to Amberhall, which is where this trade caravan will be heading today on the West Road. So, as you're all kind of getting ready, today's a big day, like I said, because you're all going to be going to the port city of Harum to kind of leave the village for the first time officially. Big kind of coming of age ceremony. So Velstock comes over to you, Rook, and is like, you know, Rook, it's a big day. Your coming of age ceremony. I know you're always in your room and tinkering and things, but I hope you'll get your head out of your out of the clouds and you know, make something of yourself.
Is this really so important?
Yes, I mean we all do it. It's, you know, everybody's it's expected.
I suppose. Would much rather be out venturing, but
it's okay. Just stick with me and you'll be fine.
He kind of just drags himself over to the carriage in a pouty teenager-like way.
Kid. And Lucan looks at the twins. All right, girls. If you stick with me today, don't be running off and causing mischief like you always do.
Yes, that sounds like me.
That's why I said it.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I think I would just like
make no promises.
look over at Die and just be like, okay.
All right, so
Big day today, coming of age ceremony. We're gonna set off to the port town on the River Magone of
Agony.
no, God. So we'll head off, all of us together, with Lucan and Velstadt leading the charge, off into the forest. With that, your caravan makes it to the port city of Harum on the River Magone.
Okay, we're on the right side there.
Yes, now, yeah. Sweet.
Hadoon. Oh, that's how you spell it. Okay.
Where does it say it? Oh, there it is. I see.
Bottom left. Yeah.
In really big letters.
Yeah.
Yeah, then zooming out. I might have to use too.
Yeah.
That big bathtub.
So as you arrive, Volstadt and Lucan kind of pull up with the caravan to the traders here, and Volstadt looks at Lucan and says, "All right, if you can handle the kiddos there, I've got some business here in town, but I'll see you soon." Lucan says, "All right, friend, be safe." And Volstadt goes off to do some business in town. Lucan says, "All right, kids, let's go to the trinket merchant and see if you find anything you fancy." So those of you that come over here to the little merchant stuff, they're selling some various trinkets.
Over here.
Maybe like
Jeez.
some like bead and bone necklaces, like some feathers, some odd, shiny bits and baubles, just various things. And Lucan says, "All right, kids, here's a little bit of silver each. Go get yourself something for the ride home. A little snack if you want. Just enjoy the town." So you're over here and you're, buying some various stuff and anybody see anything cool you want?
I see. It's a pretty cool book. I've gotten really bored with the books in Brydell. But it doesn't have a title on it.
Oh, that book, huh? Yeah, it's kind of picks you, and I see it has chosen. Take it, dearie. Take
Aw.
it.
Sweet. Thanks. Needing a new book.
Yes, I'm sure you have.
Rook will get a book of
Delete.
arcane studies.
Ooh. Oh, I see you got a good little find there. You sure you up to it? A lot of big words in that one.
I think I could pull it apart.
Ooh.
A lot of big words in my brain, too.
Oh, oh.
Oh.
You guys have had a lovely, lovely day here in Harum. And it's time to head back to Brydell. Supplies have been swapped. Your wares have been sold to head to Amber Hall. And you have supplies to come back to Brydell from Amber Hall as well.
Yeah.
And Velstadt and Lucan say, "All right, kids, everybody gather up. Time to head back. Stay close. It's starting to get dark. And we're going to head back to Brydell. Finish out the day." Let's move everyone.
It's dark.
He's dark.
I have dark vision.
Me
Lerbo
too.
think it look okay.
Who
I can-
doesn't?
I can make dark vision.
It's dark and full of terrors.
It's just Rook. Rook is the only one without dark vision.
Sucks to suck.
I can make goggles for it.
Full of
Did you
terrors.
just change the music?
Mhm.
You made
That's
it sketchy.
terrifying.
Wait,
Thumbs down. Thumbs down. Stress. I am stressed.
I love it.
Well, of everyone,
Oh, you can change your color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liv is the only one to really notice. Probably because caves hold some importance to you. But you notice a cave. And as you notice the cave, you kind of see some eyes in the cave. You see a wolf in the mouth of the cave.
Not again.
Oh, we doing this again? I
Never
can't see
do
anything.
it again.
It's one of the pups. They're out for revenge.
I'm like,
Lucan and Volstat look at each other. All right, kids. All right, stay with the caravan. It'll be
job.
fine. You're territorial, but they shouldn't mess with us. It'll be okay. So, as he's moving up, again, he's a little bit closer. He's trying to keep between you guys and the wolves.
I'm sorry, wolves, plural.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cave.
Yeah.
You know.
cave.
Wolf steps out. And you can tell behind it there are...
Aw, shit.
I'm going to be Sneaky Snake. And,
Hey.
That's Rook's job.
That's my
oh,
word.
sorry.
That's our word.
Heck.
All right, roll
I'm
me a
gonna-
24 stealth.
I'm gonna slip over here
Okay.
behind this bush.
Volstat will move up. He sees you go in there and is like, Nidalak, I don't think you should be doing that. You don't know how many there are.
What?
You kind of
That's right.
ease
But
over
I'm gonna
towards you a little bit.
hide. I'm gonna hide out of sight here. Sneak around the back.
All right, so Nidalak, they don't know you're there yet, but they are coming out and they are growling and they are not happy at this group passing by.
I'm gonna stay out of sight, assuming this is a big bush. Just sitting here with crossbow ready, watching.
So the wolves are definitely eyeing Volstad. All right, so the wolf runs up, and Volstad had a prepared action, so they're both going to attack each other. Nat 20.
Ooh.
Shit.
It's 9 damage.
About to be a single child.
Yes, we need to leave him.
Lucan, do you have a torch?
Yes, he is emanating low light. Should be.
I need you to try to intimidate them with the fire.
Yeah, that might work. All right. Next up is Lucan. So Lucan will take your advice. He's going to step up. Gonna swing his torch around. That's a 1.
Shit.
Oh my god, folks. I get to pull the fumble chart. All right, chat. I will now roll a roll on camera for this my little spinner. Let's see what we got. That is a 14.
Nice.
Head blow. Hit your head with weapon handle. Done. You can't take actions or reactions.
Oh, fuck.
Lasts for
Worse.
2
Things could've been
rounds.
worse.
Two rounds?
So Lucan goes to swing and accidentally clubs himself in the head. He is now stunned for
Let's
2
work.
rounds. 6 bludgeoning.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
This wolf is dead. You club it, the wolf falls to the ground. Other wolves look up, and they are mad. Poor
Right
Lucan.
here. And then as like a free action, I'm just going to start like yelling and waving my hands like, over here, trying to get the wolves' attention. God. So that they all start facing me.
She's pulled a Jeff Goldblum.
I'm doing my
Oh,
best.
yeah. T-Rex.
Attempt a handle animal to just be like, go back, family. No more die.
All right, roll me a 20.
No more die.
Oh,
No more
she's
die.
family.
11. That might have done something, but one's already dead.
Yeah, well,
They're pretty pissed.
yeah. Lorbo tried.
So we've got to get out of here. Can't fight them all.
Oh my god. Oh no.
What the fuck?
Hey guys, it's time to run.
All right, that one's going to come after Nidalak because you shot. You know where you're at now.
See, this is why I moved there.
All right. And this one's going to roll to attack. 18 will hit.
Oh, fuck.
6 damage. You are
Bigger.
downed.
Yeah,
Bigger,
dead
fuck.
guys.
You're knocked out. Alright, and because you're out here waving your arms around,
Yeah.
one's gonna come after Diana,
And try.
and we'll roll a bite.
I'm gonna die. Yep.
No.
16 hits.
We are children.
You are
Yeah.
downed.
Awesome.
Nice.
Alright,
Okay.
he will
I think my
swipe at you.
instinct would be to run to my downed sister.
He does not have advantage, this is just a straight roll. He hits.
Now I'm gonna die.
It's
Alright,
good.
you are downed.
I tried to warn you.
Yeah, good.
Oh,
That's a
good.
2.
Wow.
Why'd you have to say that?
You wave it, but they smell and taste blood, and they are not backing down. Towards Rook. Take a bite attack.
What? My life?
Well,
16
Yeah.
will hit,
No? I'm a child.
and you're down.
Well,
Well,
this is a
this
short
goes my
campaign.
This goes my next turn.
Diana's down, Glorbo's down, Alek is also
Down.
down. Velstad.
Rook is down.
Velstad sees this shit is going absolutely sideways. He'll move back up. He will grab both of you, one under each arm.
do I get
Survival?
a prize?
So things are starting to kind of fade to black in this vision. Starting to slowly fade out of the vortex of fate. As you hear just a thunderous growl out of the cave.
Oh, fuck.
Oh
Nope.
my god.
Fuck that shit.
It's Daddy Wolf!
I don't know where it is, so
Damn
therefore I'm not
direwolf.
afraid.
Out.
I can't see it, so therefore I'm not afraid.
And as the
Yeah,
memory
exactly.
No, I
slowly
can't either. I'm passed
fades,
out.
you find yourselves back in town. You really don't remember how you got back here. You have the sense that you made it. And coming up behind you, breathing heavily, emerges Lucan. Battered and bloody. He is alone. He comes up and talks to the militiamen. And they run off back towards the cave. Lucan kind of walks over and collapses on the ground. He looks troubled, defeated. What do you guys do?
Well, am I awake now or am I still passed out?
You are all, those that were knocked out, come to. You are banged up, bloodied, bruised, but you are conscious.
I'm gonna run over to Liv and check on her, see if she's okay. Ask her what happened.
No, I have no idea. Just woke up and here we are.
Where's Spell?
I think Orbo's gonna go run over to Lucan to ask, where's Scaly Man?
Hey, that's racist.
I'm gonna run over to him as well. But that's a lot.
Liv, do you want to go over and see our brother?
Aldrich,
Yes.
give me a d20 roll.
Who?
Aldrich, give me a d20 roll.
Fix.
So you stayed up, but you were running and did not look back. You helped get Liv out.
Is that knowledge that I have? I was
Um,
passed out, so unless
you were
somebody
passed
told
out.
me, I would know.
Yeah.
So Lucan looks up. He just says, sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Seems to be kind of in shock.
Where is Bell?
He was right behind me. He was right behind me.
No.
The militiamen come back. Alone.
As soon as they approach, Rook is gonna run away.
I follow him.
Lucan
How
just
you
sits
doing?
there. So sorry.
Just be there with him.
He just tries to find a place to be alone.
Love me.
The militiamen look at the kids. Go home to your parents. Get patched up. We need to talk to Lucan.
Not leaving here without.
We need to talk to him alone. Go home to your parents. He'll be there soon.
I think I would just look to die to make the decision. I'm going wherever she is.
Better be home soon, or I'm coming to find you.
You will.
Rook would probably go to his hideout.
Well, before you manage to get off too far, Lucan comes to pay you a visit.
He doesn't say anything. He just looks distraught.
He looks at you. Rook. I can't bring him back.
No. You can't. I can't. I should have prepared more. Took it seriously.
He looks at you. And he says that this is not much, but they found this in a clearing. I believe it was from your brother. And it's a small box. He hands it to you.
I open it up.
Inside the box is an amulet. A clockwork that he had bought in a room that. And on the back of the amulet, it's inscribed with the date. It says coming of age, and it says soar for the clouds.
He You son of a bitch. I'm saying that above game. I need time to process.
Just for
I have
timelines,
no
we
clue.
always do here. As far as Cydonia goes, this is roughly 100 years later. We're back in our main timeline of Brydell with our good boy Rook. And for Rook, things are not so great. This takes place immediately following the events of Session 0. Rook, in fact, it actually kind of comes into the end of Session 0 a little bit. Rook has just gotten back from the wolf attack on the caravan, has been told by Lucan that his brother Velstadt was lost and was not recovered. And so we rejoin Rook as he has run off from the village to go to his little hideaway, his den, after he has lost his brother. So let's go there now and start our tale for today, our whispered tale. We join Rook here as he again has run off after learning of his brother Velstadt's death on the road back. You have again just learned of your brother's demise, and Lucan caught up with you and gave you some of his effects that were found on him, or found in the area where he was. They never recovered the body. And you grabbed them and you ran here. If you would like to move further in, whatever you'd like to do.
Rook, as soon as he runs in, he slams his back right against the cave wall and just slides down and just starts to break down. Why didn't I think of anything? Why didn't I think of anything? Fire should have worked, but it didn't. Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh. What's Mom gonna think? Should have taken it more seriously. Why didn't I? And gonna sit there for a few minutes to calm down. Still tears in his eyes, but just to catch his breath. As he slowly gets up and starts making his way further into his little hideout. Maybe he's still alive. Maybe I can just look for him or something. To be at least a little bit of him left. And gonna go up to, what is this, like my lab area?
Mm-hmm.
Gonna walk up to his lab area and dig around for anything he has weapon-wise, or something sharp, or maybe something that produces fire. Anything that he thinks would take down a pack of wolves, only to slam his fist on the table. Shit, Nothing, of course Oh, God.
And they're in the effects from your brother they brought back. There's a small box.
He darts his eyes to it and looks at it, opens it up.
inside is a very intricately made amulet with whirring gears and clockwork. And as you examine the back, it is engraved with an inscription. An inscription which has the day's date. It says, coming of age. And beneath it, it says, soar for the clouds.
Rook's shoulders droop when he sees that, and his arms go a bit limp. Can't really go far without you. I'm so sorry.
Rook, give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Arcana. That's a 12.
Mm-hmm. So this is not something you recognize at all, but something is interesting about this amulet, and as you kind of behold it, and there's almost like a cool breeze that kind of comes from somewhere in the cave. And as you turn, there is a somewhat transparent form, kind of glowing, of a woman standing across from you in the cave. If, Aurelia, you would like to describe yourself.
All right. So Aurelia is a rather... She would be petite if it weren't for the corded muscles I imagine she must have from working on machines as much as she does. She's wearing these purple dress robes. She has sort of like really tanned skin, flowing chestnut hair, and she looks perhaps more drawn and a little bit more haggard than she would under better circumstances. But she looks at you and just sort of, her eyes narrow and her head twists curiously, and she kind of blinks and does like a double take, and she's like, "Oh, you're looking at me." "Oh, you're looking at me." That's new.
Rook instantly takes something from his table and throws it.
It goes straight through her.
He just goes right under the table.
Oh, sorry. I don't mean to scare you.
Get out. Who are you? You see a tiny hand just kind of reach around the table and grab a really chubby stuffed animal of a snake.
That is adorable. Hi. Sorry. I really don't mean to startle you. I'm Aurelia. Wow. It's been so long since someone's actually talked back to me. This is crazy.
Who in the hells are you?
Well, I said I'm Aurelia, but I think that question's more dynamic.
Okay, better question. Why in the hells are you here?
I'm looking for help, actually. I'm kind of trapped and I don't know how to get out of where I am. And the only thing I figured out that I can do is sort of project my spirit into the world. And you're the first person who's reacted to me being around. Also, hi, what's your name? I forgot. Sorry, my manners of years in sort of a purgatory will do that to you.
He still has tears in his eyes, but now he just has like this dumbfounded look on his face, like I don't know what to feel anymore. Solve Rook. Just call me Solve Rook. Just call me Rook.
Okay, Rook. Nice to meet you. Looks like you are not doing so hot, as she finally clocks the tears.
No, I'm not.
What happened?
Lady, no offense. I don't really know you, and you just kind of showed up in my hideout.
Okay, that's fair. Understandable. And you might notice, now that your initial shock has passed, she is wearing a practically an exact replica of the clockwork pendant that you would now have.
Kind of just looks down at the amulet and back at you. Did you know my brother?
I don't know. Who was your brother?
His name was Vel. Lizard
I'm-
folk.
I'm sorry, that's not ringing any bells with me, and that's a terrible pun to make at this point in time. I'm so sorry.
Perfect. Well, I don't see how I can help you.
That's okay. Maybe we can help each other.
I don't think you can help me with my problem.
Well, what's your problem?
Unless you can bring someone back from the dead, I don't think you can help me.
Well,
unless you...
I mean, if they were like on the brink of death, then I think, because I've done that before. I kind of got my sister's soul right before she died, and then later was able to transfer that into a mechanized body, and so that sort of worked. If I can get any soul, probably I could manage to do that at this point. I've been sort of practicing a little bit. Not that there's much else to do here.
His eyes start to dart around a bit as they widen in realization. Maybe we can help each other.
Really? That'd be great. Okay, okay. You see where I am currently?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm not physically here, as you've noticed, so I've had a look.
Yes, there's something at you.
Yes, I've had a look behind these rocks back here, and I think if you could somehow manage to get in there, there might be something that can help.
All right. Fine. But I'm taking Stumpy with me.
Stumpy?
He kind of shows the stuffed animal.
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't you be able to take Stumpy?
Don't say ah.
What?
He's an important partner.
Of course, absolutely.
Now, that way.
Yeah, right behind me. No, just
So how do you want to try to get past the... They're not like all the way to the ceiling. You could attempt to kind of try to climb over and squeeze through, or you can try to clear them, or however you want to do it. It's like a collapse of the cave somewhat.
Rook is going to try to slip through.
Okay.
Take some of his mom's snake genes, try to slip in.
All right, give me some kind of check for that.
What do you think? Would that be Dex?
Dex, acrobatics, I mean, whatever you want to throw in there. Kind of wiggle your way through everything.
All right. Let's do it.
Yeah, you managed to get through, I think.
Sure, why not? 21 is a pretty good number.
Yeah.
Oop. See Rook just kind of look over at you every so often, kind of just poke his finger through you. Huh.
You know, I kind of want to say that it tickles. Like, I imagine that it tickles, but...
What are you?
Currently I am an astral projected spirit. That's about as far as I've gotten.
Huh. Never seen anything like you.
Interesting. Is it just like the human aspect, or...
No, you being all see-through and glitchy.
I guess you could say I'm kind of a ghost. Technically, I should be dead.
Huh.
That seems fine.
I think it's back this way.
I'm just gonna keep his eye on her. Because he is interested.
Oh, yes, this place, right here. And she sort of like dances on the spot before backing away.
Huh. Okay, so now what?
Okay, so I'm going to need you to draw this magic circle, and she's going to describe the sort of circle and the runes and sigils you need to inscribe.
Alright, roll me an Arcana check, Rook.
I'm gonna put Stumpy down and have him facing towards her.
I'd say with advantage because she is helping, like, assisting you.
Okay.
20. Yeah, you managed to recreate to the best of your ability kind of her description.
Okay, that looks good.
Great. Now what?
See you on the other side?
Do I just step in, or?
I think so. Are there words that I need to say? I don't know. Just sit inside the circle and meditate. I think that's how this works.
Okay. Stumpy, stay here. If I don't come back in 5 minutes, run for mother.
So as you sit inside the circle, you kind of sit down, cross-legged and close your eyes. And you have that odd sensation of not quite weightlessness, but you feel lighter. And it seems like you sit there for a few minutes. You kind of open your eyes again and you're confused. And as you stand up, you turn around and your corporeal form is still sitting there, but you're standing there looking at yourself.
Ooh, well done. It's hard to get them the first time.
I don't like this.
You're fine. You always have a tether back to your original body. So long as your body doesn't die, you're fine.
Right.
Alright, so, take my hand, and I'll show you where I am.
He's about to take your hand, and then he just kind of takes it back for a moment. You're not a demon, are you?
I swear upon my soul that I am not a demon. In fact, I hate demons with every fiber of my being.
Accurate.
He just slowly touches your hand.
Okay. Just hold on tight, okay?
Hey.
All right. And as you do, it's into the wormhole we go. Everything flashes, feel yourself being pulled, and you suddenly in a flash, you are somewhere very, very different.
Oh, he just kind of feels his face for a minute.
It's disorienting, isn't it?
Where? Oh. Wow. This is a nice place you got here. It's actually a lot better than my hideout.
Yeah, we're not here by choice. But anyways, come over here. This is my sister. This is Alexandra. Alexandra, I found a person who could see us.
Who? Where?
Oh, this is Solrook, and he was in a cave.
I told you to stop wandering off.
He crosses his arms. It's more than a cave, it's a hideout.
It's a hideout, of course. A hideout that was in a cave.
Pleasure.
I'll take it. Hi.
Hi.
Kind of just circles around you.
Aurelia, what is he doing?
Oh, he's inspecting us because when he first saw me, he threw stuff at me and it went through my body. I'm physical now, and now you're not. So, congratulations. We gotta reverse that situation now.
I'm not trapped here, am I?
No, you're not.
Okay, good, because mother would kill me and father would just... I don't even know what he would do.
What would your father do?
I don't know. Probably have me go out, jog a lot,
That's a
do
weird punishment.
push-ups multiple times till I throw up.
Mhm. Yeah, I just have to polish out the oil and the grease.
So, what do you need a child for?
That's right, you are very small. I forget this. Okay, so you are, let's say, a budding talent, correct?
I would say so, considering where we're at. Kind of just
Yeah.
looks around, kind of has a faint smile on his face.
And are you interested in things like clockwork, machines, mechanisms?
Like me.
I like building things of magical properties, yes.
And if at some point in the future you got a good enough skill with it, do you think perhaps you could manage to make a body for your brother?
Do you think that's possible?
I'm her sister.
As long as you can find the soul, and I think I could probably help you find the soul given enough time, and I've got nothing but time here, we could, in a way, bring your brother back.
No.
It wouldn't be full life. It wouldn't be like he was in the flesh again, but
He would still be here.
yeah.
Just like I am here to protect my sister.
I will do whatever it takes to bring him back.
Okay. If that's the case, then, and Aurelia will take a ring off of her finger and sort of show it to him. This ring is very precious. It can help you figure out how all of this works. It will give you the power of technomancy. But if I give this to you, and I help you bring back your brother, I want you to promise us something.
Okay, what do you want?
Our own home is sort of in a gigantic mess right now. And when you're older and stronger, and you've got your house in order, shall we say, we'll call on you to help us. And it might take you far away from home, but we'll do our best to get you back in one piece. Does that sound good?
I just want to remind you, you know I'm 12, right?
Sorry, it's really hard to tell. I don't think I've ever met a lizard folk before.
Well, half lizard folk, half Eonti, but
That is
details.
so cool.
We are
Go
not
ahead, Dave.
asking you to do it as you are now. I'm currently ageless as a Gear Templar.
And I don't know how many years I've been here, but I don't think I've aged. It's a weird feeling. So, you have time to grow up. It's fine. Do whatever you need to do. Just one day we'll need your help. Do you think you can do that when you're older?
What if I fail?
You won't fail. We'll be here to help you and guide you along the way.
Okay. If you believe I can, and if it means bringing my brother back, then I will take whatever deal you have. Just promise me this will bring him back.
Promise you. We will do everything we can to bring your brother back.
And I guess it's a deal then.
It's a deal. And she will hold out the ring for you to take.
I'll put it on.
And as you place the ring, it, first of all, is very cold. And you almost kind of jerk your head as you almost hear some kind of whispers in the back of it. Is that somebody say something? But your mind starts racing, and you're suddenly just kind of have so many ideas, images that you can't explain, that you
The world is not ready for me.
You're right. It's not. And things are going to change from here on out. Just be mindful of the changes you do make, because some of those changes will come with great consequences.
Believe me, I know.
Are you ready to go back?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you for being willing to take it.
All right.
With another seeming vortex, you think back to your corporeal form and the tether pulls you back.
Aryan weird. Oh. Okay. Flesh and blood. Good work, Stumpy. I just scoops him up. And looks around. And looks down at his finger. To see if the ring is there.
And it is there.
Okay, that was real. But it's good. Just you wait, Phil. You're gonna come back and you're gonna be even better than ever. Starts running out. And just goes right back to his work bench to flesh out his new ideas. Making all sorts of gadgets.
And with that, we'll wrap up this this whispered tale. Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. Comment down below what your favorite part was, and of course, if you want to see more, please subscribe. We post new videos daily. I stream weeknights on Twitch, 7 to 10 p.m. Central. I'm Alek the Lost Knight, by the way. Have a always live content shuffle. Check out the link below for that, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.